Hello students, today we will discuss about electric field. Electric field, it is like a gravitational field. Due to mass there is a gravitational field. Similarly, due to electric charge, around the charge there is an electric field. So electric field is a space around a charge in which any other charge experience electrostatic force. It can be attractive or repulsive. If they are like charges, there is repulsive force, unlike charges there is attractive force. So distance up to which this force effect can be there due to any charge, and that space, that region, that is called as electric field. And as we know, electrostatic force, it is inversely proportional to r square. Since it is a long range force, we can say that electric field due to charge that can extend up to infinity. Now here we will find the strength of this electric field at any point. Like in gravitational field, the field strength due to gravity we are finding by finding the value of g, that is acceleration due to gravity, also called as gravitational field intensity. Similarly here, electric field intensity also it can be defined in the same way like the gravitational field intensity. That is, how will you define electric field intensity? That is, it is the force acting per unit charge. So electric field intensity at any point, suppose there is any charge q. From this charge q at a distance r, if you want to find, let at this point P is at a distance r from this charge q. At this point P, if you want to find electric field intensity, what you have to do, that is, it is defined as, it is the force acting per unit charge at that point in electric field due to source charge. Source charge is this charge q which is producing electric field, and you want to measure electric field at point P which is at a distance r. So how it is defined? It is a force acting per unit charge at that point. Means at this point, if you put a unit charge, let's say 1 coulomb of charge, if you put, how much force is acting on that 1 coulomb of charge, that is the electric field intensity at this point. So that if we say put charge q0, then the force acting on charge q0 due to charge q is F is equal to kq0 by r square. This is according to Coulomb's law. This is the force acting on charge q0, and we want to find the force acting per unit charge, and that's why if you divide this force by the value q0, then you will get the force acting per unit charge, and that's why the electric field intensity at distance r from this charge q is E is equal to F by q0, and that's why it is equal to kq by r square. So what you need here? To find the electric field due to charge, you need the value of charge. At what distance you are to find is you will need the value of r. These are the two quantities required: the magnitude of charge and the distance from the charge at where you want to find the electric field. Okay, so this is the equation for electric field due to a point charge. E is equal to kq by r square. Correct it is? As you know, electric field is a vector quantity. So what is the direction of this electric field? As the relation is E is equal to F by q naught. Here q naught is the charge, that is a scalar quantity, but F is a vector quantity. Electric field is also a vector quantity. So whatever is the direction of force, that is the direction of electric field. So here E is equal to, if you write F by q in vector notation, it is written, means whatever is the direction of force, that is the direction of electric field at that point. Condition, that is, this charge q0 which we have taken, that should be the unit positive charge. Unit positive charge. Also you can call it as a test charge, because it is used to measure, as it is used to measure electric field due to source charge. Its magnitude that should be very small, because if its magnitude is more than its own field will be also there. So what you will find are the resultant field, and that's why the test charge that should be very small magnitude. Okay, and that is why we take unit positive charge as a test charge. Another concept is electric field lines. Electric field lines are the imaginary lines drawn in the direction of force acting on test charge due to a source charge. Once again, source charge, it is the charge that produced the electric field around it. Let's say Q greater than 0, positive charge, point positive charge. Near to this charge, if you put a test charge. Now test charge is a unit positive charge. Test charge means unit positive charge. Suppose if I put the test charge at this point. This is also positive charge, test charge is also positive, like charge is they repel, and that's why. What is the direction of force acting on this? It is repulsive. Anywhere around this charge, if I put the test charge, it will move away from it. Anywhere if I put, it will move away. So these directions, these imaginary paths which are shown, they are indicating the direction of force acting on test charge due to source charge. So what can you say? Electric field lines due to charge Q greater than 0, positive charge Q greater than 0, it is radially outward. If Q is greater than 0, field lines are radially outward. Now tell me, if the point charge is negative, if Q is less than 0, and if you put a test charge around it anywhere, what will happen? Suppose the test charge is placed here, it will be attracted. Anywhere you put the test charge, it will be attracted, it will come towards this charge. So what is the shape of field lines? They are radially inward. So you can say that for a point positive charge, field lines are radially outward. They start from positive charge, terminate to infinity. Similarly, for the negative charge, they start from infinity, terminate to negative charge. So you can write as a property of electric field lines that electric field lines, they start from positive charge or infinity and terminate to infinity or negative charge. Okay, clear it is? Another one thing. See, due to this charge, when you draw the field lines, number of field lines you can draw, but all these field lines, none of them, they are intersecting each other. You know why reason that is? Here electric field lines, what it indicates actually? It indicates the direction of electric field, it indicates the direction of force acting on test charge. Now, if suppose two field lines they are intersecting at any point, means that what will happen at the point of intersection there will be two directions of electric field which is not possible. Reason that is electric field is a vector quantity, so as any point if there is an electric field due to more than one charge is there will be resultant effect of it, there will be resultant electric field, and that you can get using vector law of addition. Okay. So you will not get two directions, you will get a unique direction, and that's why two field lines they never intersect each other. So here number of lines you can draw, but they will not intersect each other. One more thing, as we have written the equation of electric field, that is E is equal to KQ by R square. It means that as the distance increases, electric field decreases. Okay, graphical representation also if you do, electric field varies with respect to R, and that will be exponential decrease like this. Okay, 1 by R square. Now, if you consider suppose the unique region near and away from this charge, here number of field lines crossing this region is more, here these lines are less. Means that here density of electric field lines is more, here density of field lines is less. Mathematically what you can say, when the distance is less from the charge, electric field intensity is more. It means that electric field intensity is directly related to the density of electric field lines. That if electric field lines density is more in a region, electric field strength is also more. So if in a certain region, suppose field lines are shown like this, let's say they are parallel field lines, equal spacing, what can you say that? Because the density of field lines is uniform everywhere, so it is a uniform electric field. If field lines are moving away from each other, then in this direction electric field decreases. Two charges are like charges. Q1, Q2, let's say both are positive. So product Q1, Q2 greater than it is 0. Electric field lines due to this, as it is positive charge, field lines are radially outward. Now due to both these charges, if field lines are radially outward, they may intersect each other, but it is not happening. What happens nowadays, the field lines, they are moving away from each other and they are bending this way. And if instead of that, if both charges are unlike, then the two field lines, they attract each other. What is the reason? If two field lines intersect each other at any point, at the point of intersection there will be two directions of electric field, which is not possible because electric field is a vector quantity. So at any point, if there is electric field due to more than one charges, you will get the resultant electric field, and that's why you will have a unique direction of electric field at a given point. So here, due to like charges, the field lines, because it is a like field, so it repels each other. Unlike field, it attracts each other, and that's why here field lines, they repel each other, here they attract each other. So this is the field line pattern for Q and Q2 greater than 0. This is for Q and Q2 less than 0. Now come to the properties of electric field lines. Electric field lines, as we discussed, for point charge, it is a point charge. For point positive charge, it is radially outward. For point negative charge, radially inward. So we can say that it starts from positive charge or infinity and terminate to infinity or negative charge. Because for positive charge, it is starting from positive charge, terminate to infinity. For negative charge, it starts from infinity, terminate to negative charge. If it is a system of charges, suppose both charges are like charges or unlike charges. So in that case, if both are unlike charges, you can say it starts from positive charge and terminate to negative charge. For positive charge, radially outward, negative charge, radially inward. Here, because bending takes place, they attract each other. So ultimately, the resultant field line, that is starting from positive charge, terminate to negative charge. So this intersection of electric field lines, that will not take place, and you will get a single line. Similarly, another one thing, that it is a continuous curve. You can see field line when we draw. It is continuous. Reason that is electric field due to a point charge, it is inversely proportional to R square. It means that when R tends to infinity, it tends to 0. So in between, anywhere you will not see the break in the electric field lines, and that's why we say it is a continuous curve. And tangent to the field line at any point indicates the direction of field at that point. Suppose at this point, if I want to see the direction of electric field, draw the tangent at this point, that is indicating the direction of electric field at that point. Then two field lines never intersect each other. As we discussed here, two field lines, they will not intersect, because if they intersect means at that point there are two directions of electric field. That is not possible. Reason? Because the electric field is a vector quantity, so you will have a resultant electric field. Another one thing, density of field lines in the region indicates the strength of electric field in that region, that we discussed in when we discussed about the point charge. Correct? Another one thing, that is, if two field lines attract each other, then they are due to unlike charges. If they repel each other, they are due to like charges. If they attract each other, they are due to unlike charges. So if two field lines attract each other, then they are due to unlike charges, and if they repel each other, then they are due to like charges. So these are the properties of electric field lines. Last class we discussed about Coulomb's law. In that we discussed about dielectric constant. Okay. Dielectric constant it is represented by symbol K. What is dielectric constant? It is the ratio of permittivity of medium. Permittivity of medium you can represent by symbol epsilon suffix m, to the permittivity of vacuum. So mathematically you can write as a dielectric constant K, that is epsilon suffix m divided by epsilon suffix 0. Or you can write epsilon suffix m is K times epsilon suffix 0. This K, that is a dielectric constant, and it is the ratio of permittivity of medium to the permittivity of vacuum. Permittivity, what is permittivity that we discussed earlier also? Once again, permittivity, that is the, you can say it is a tendency, property of a medium, that or what extent it can retain the energy, electrical energy due to the electric charge. Okay. So, if we write the equation of a Coulomb's force between two charges in vacuum, we write as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square. The same relation when we write for when the two charges are in any medium, the force acting between the two charges in a given medium, you can write as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon suffix m q1 q2 by r square. Now this epsilon suffix m, if you replace by this quantity, it becomes 1 upon 4 pi k times epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square. And therefore, force between two charges in a given medium is, we can say, 1 by k times 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 by r square, and this quantity is nothing but force acting between two charges in vacuum. Or therefore, you can compare here, say F in medium is 1 by k times F in vacuum. It means that when the two charges are placed into any medium, the force between them, it is decreasing by the factor k. Or therefore, you can also define this dielectric constant K in terms of force, that is F in vacuum divided by F in medium. It means it is the ratio of force acting between two charges separated by a certain distance in vacuum to that in a given medium. If medium is vacuum, then the ratio F in vacuum divided by F in vacuum ratio will be equal to 1. So value of K will be equal to 1 for vacuum, or for any other medium. The force that is decreasing. Force is decreasing. Reason that is, this force is decreasing because the value of this is increasing. And because of that, the value of K, if you write, K is always greater than 1 for any other medium. K is always greater than 1 for any other medium. So, permittivity, it is a property of a medium. This is what the basic difference in the electric force compared to gravitational force. Now, we will discuss about electric field due to the charge and what is the effect of this medium, and that is dielectric medium